Austin, my beloved city. 1943. That's the University of Texas campus. That's the Littlefield Fountain. Behind it is the Main Building. There's the Texas flag. What a blue sky. In the tower of the new Main Building, it turns orange when we win a football game, and there is the flag of the United States. Old B Hall, where the Eyes of Texas was written, and where many journalism classes were held. And that is the Home Economics Building, one of the loveliest on the campus. That's the entrance to it. Jefferson Davis, President of the Confederacy, with the American flag flying behind him. That delights me somehow. That's Sidney Johnston, I believe. The mall on the way up to the Main Building is bordered on both sides by statues of famous Texans. That's Governor Hogg, one of the greatest governors Texas ever had. Those are details of the Littlefield Fountain. The tower is orange. We've just won a football game, or it's some great event, a holiday. That's the capital of the state of Texas. It's made of pink granite from Llano County, and it's right by here that the Chisholm Trail begins, over which Lyndon's grandfather and great-uncle used to drive cattle to Abilene, Kansas. This is the Memorial Museum of the state of Texas. Among those names is Lyndon's great-great-uncle, J.W. Bunton, who fought at San Jacinto and was one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is Mr. E.H. Perry, our dear friend and an Austin businessman who helped start the Austin Housing Authority, and we were one of the first completed in the nation. Lyndon was so proud of them. Now it's sunset over Mount Bonnell. That's the Hogg Memorial on the campus of the university, and that is the old library building, still one of the prettiest, I think, on the campus. And that is the Union Building. It's the center of many activities of the student body. Behind it rises the tower. These were done in 1943. I had been out of the university about 9 years. The drag is right across the street. And this is the Treaty Oak, under which Sam Houston signed a treaty with the Indians. Ah, this is Barton Springs. Everybody that went to the university in the days when I did remembers it with love, and huge pecan trees border the icy waters. It comes from a spring. And that's Nellie Connolly on the right and Sugar Pickle on the left. Nellie's the wife of the governor of Texas. The campus was roomy in those days, it seems to me. There's Nellie and Sugar and someone else, I don't remember. And here's a view of Lake Austin, and there's one of the dams. The first 3 or 4 years when Lyndon was in Congress, he spent all of his heart and brains building dams, and the REA. I believe that is Mansfield Dam. There goes the power for the farmers. That's a view from Mount Bonnell looking up Lake Austin. That's the governor's mansion. It's a noble old house, but Nellie says the plumbing's hard to live with. And that's Marietta Brooks. She was the women's manager in Lyndon's campaign in 1941 and 48, and 46, of course, and 60, and all of our campaigns. And this is Lake Austin. Sunset over Lake Austin. And this is the administration building at Buchanan Dam. It was the scene of lots of the fun we had our very first vacation. That is the front porch looking out on the lake. Lyndon succeeded James Buchanan as congressman. Buchanan died, and Lyndon was elected at special election in 1937. and all of his heart and all of his labor went into low-cost electricity and building dams along the lower Colorado River. Those were good years from 37 to 41. There's Lyndon swimming in Lake Buchanan. There's George Brown and Senator Wirt. There's never been anybody like Senator Wirt in our life. 4 of the best friends we'll ever have. Sunshine on the front porch. That's a very young and slim Lyndon. That's George. Senator Wirt, advisor, lawyer. He helped Lyndon through college. That's Jesse Kellum. There's Speaker Raven, sitting in the very back of the boat. That's the largest multiple arch dam in the world, or it was in those days. Buchanan Dam. Lyndon and George. Another part of the work we did in NYA was building roadside parks, and they were often quite picturesque and charming, I think. Good stonework. The NYA boys did the work. This is a rural electrification line going out to all of the 10 counties that Lyndon served. And that's an NYA workshop. And this is Inks Dam, one of the smallest and most picturesque of the 6 dams along the lower Colorado River. As a photographer, I like that picture. And this is a nucleus of some of the NYA workshops. You know, in those days, we thought of all that work as cheap electricity and soil conservation and flood control. We didn't realize what it was going to mean in terms of recreation. And now with affluence and leisure time, boating and swimming and houses along the lake, it's all just burgeoned the last 15 years. Those are the children of some of our NYA personnel. A field of bluebonnets. From late March until the middle of May, Texas is lovely with bluebonnets, and there's some wild phlox mixed in with those. Where we are standing right now is out in front of a home owned by an old Texas Ranger named Colonel Aldrich, one of my oldest and best friends. It is now practically within the present Austin Airport. Notice the handsome live oak trees. There were so many acres like that when I went to the University of Texas, 30 to 34. You could drive a few minutes out of town and picnic in many lovely spots. And there's Jean Lassiter. Emily Crow on the left, now Miss Sam Selden, married to the head of the drama department at the University of California in Los Angeles. And there am I, in my very native habitat. There's Colonel Aldrich. Someday, I hope, bluebonnets will return to the old pasture that is now the airport in Austin, so that passengers arriving will see the capital across a field of blue when it's March and April. Even then, the air flight patterns must have gone above us. There's always a breeze in April. It's a windy country. And the live oaks are so handsome. They're very picturesque trees. There's the Capitol in the distance. And that is on Harris Boulevard, right down the street from Mrs. Sam Johnston's house. Oh, this is the lot that Lyndon and I purchased with some money from my Alabama estate. We never got to build the home we wanted to there, but look at the view of Lake Austin from it. It would have been a wonderful place, and the view of Mount Bonnell. Later on, we sold it.